Today I'm going to do a bit of a different video. I'm going to do one on Millie basically. I was thinking of some ideas, so I'm going to do a sort of a walk round, like a mini tour in a way again, but this time is for anyone who's building a truck. In a year I've lived in mine, what would I sort of change? What wouldn't I do? Just give a few tips really, because there's quite a few things, you know, I've changed on mine and wish I had the money when I was building it to do. So I'm going to have a walk round and I'll explain and show you. So I'll just quickly show you where I am. Here's my little park up. Here's Millie. This is local to me. This spot's been on a few videos. I normally park sort of about here. One of my videos is when I woke up and this whole car park had flooded. The tide comes in here and fills all these little rivers up and it floods, shall we say, in high tides. So yeah, I haven't really been back here for a while. It's in one of my little Soul Fleet spots. This is military area, because I don't know if you can see out there. But basically, just over there is the bombing range for Dundalk. So it's sort of, the planes do come out here a lot. That's why you do get red flag when they're flying. So yeah, it's not too bad. Nice and quiet last night. So we'll go back and we'll do this tour around Millie. Right then, guys. So we'll do a walk around. So first thing I'll do is, what would be the one thing I would do if I built Millie again from the outside, and that would be the windows. They're plastic, the caravan motorhome type. I would go for glass. You can't see for the moment, but they do scratch. You know, that's the only downside, and the glass ones do look really nice. They're expensive, but you can get like double and triple glazed. I mean, I've got no problems as such with them, but I just feel it'd be better if there was in glass. They're flush fitted, you know, and it'll just keep a bit of extra heat in if you go in sort of, you know, bigger countries to weather cold. So really, outside wise, that would be the main thing. If you can afford them when you're building one of these, have them. Obviously they're not cheap. I think these are sort of like 300 quid and sort of about 100 and odd quid for them. So what have I got? I've got them round the corner here. So yeah, I've got another two in there, you know, so they're not cheap, but you know, that's just one, you know, my preference. I would definitely go. I mean, I am possibly, if I come into some money in the future, I would, you know, swap them. I mean, another must, it's a personal preference, is have the safari hatch. I mean, in the summer, it's just amazing. Everyone loves the safari hatch. There's quite a few doing them with it now. I spotted it, you know, with a few vehicles having it done when I was looking, and it's the best thing I did, fitting that. When you sat in there, because obviously my table's there and chairs, you open it up and the outside becomes the inside. So it's almost like a conservatory. So, right, what's else on my list? Yeah, another option, I would go for the wheels. Obviously these are standard DAF wheels. I mean, this only applies if you're going to build another DAF. But I'd go for the lightweight wheels where they've got a different fitting. These are on sort of split rims, so there is ones. Another thing I'll do as well is have the box lifted up. Unfortunately, when we built this, it's just a bit too low to fit the big 14-inch rims on. I'm not that bothered because I wasn't planning on going for bigger tyres. I did see a lot of people running them. As everyone knows, mine's sort of built for the UK and just sort of built for general, pottering around, living in really. So these do me. But again, it's just another option to look at. Now, Jonathan Horton, he's an engineer, he's on the DAF group, he's building a DAF. He's got loads of bits for these. As you'll see from Penelope, they've just had a massive list of upgrades done by him. Another thing I want to do as an upgrade, this is all upgrades now, I want to do. So eventually I want a winch. A lot to do with, because I'm in an emergency rescue group, it's just that added extra. And it just comes in here, so I can undo that. And it's like a plate, comes out here. And have the winch in there, built in. Or he actually does a whole bumper section. Then have big lights in it, and then the winch all built into that. So yeah, that's definitely an upgrade I want to do at some point. Not that, you know, it looks cool as well. Everyone loves a winch. Well, so we got fuel tank. That's another upgrade I'm having done. So obviously I've got a 136 litre, and I've got a 2 litre and 10 one coming, which will fill that whole gap then. So that's going to be definitely coming up. And then we've got, I want to put a side cooker. So, under there. So basically there'll be a box section here, both sides, and have it on a slide out. So that's going to be for gas barbecue. So that's about it for outside, guys, and we'll go inside. Nearly forgot. Right, yeah, so the barbecue, I wanted this side actually, want the other side. So like a little alley box, and have a slide out barbecue, and then I want an awning, but I can only sort of put, I think it's 4 meters maximum, so it can only go to that door and run to sort of there. Awning coming out, nice big black awning, and then have some little metal guards at the end just in case I clout it with anything. So yeah, that's another thing, and also the awning will help towards DVLA, you know, regulations for changing it to a motorhome. So yeah, I forgot about that bit. Oh, the other bit is these guards. Now, after seeing Penelope, if you go and check their video out, Penelope the truck, which is obviously the same DAF, they've had, what do they call them, like boxes made. So everything's hidden. So they boxed all the fuel tank in, and then made like a little hole there so you can open up to fill up and get to everything. And like on little cupboards. Really smart, it looks very smart. So yeah, again, another upgrade. Need a lot of money. I just know, hopefully all my cryptocurrencies, you know, hopefully all this wheeling and dealing, I'm just putting everything away at the moment into Bitcoin and Ethereum and a few other things. Hopefully that one of them is going to make me, well, it's not going to make me a millionaire because I can only put so much in, but hopefully in sort of 5 years, we're coming to a few little pennies. So then I can either, I've got sort of a couple of choices. Either I can upgrade all the van or the truck, because I think in about 4 or 5 years, I'll know in my head if I'm going to be living this sort of permanently long term, or my other option is, if I come into some money, look for a second home, like I've said before in other videos, bit of land where I can park the truck on, or do a container conversion. Or even, I've been looking at a few Facebook groups. There's one in Scotland called Hutters. So basically it's like little cabins, little wooden sheds, log cabins, that sort of thing. Got loads of ideas. I never want to go back to bricks and mortar. I mean, I'm not saying never, it's just a case, you know, I can't really afford to, I mean, yeah, I could afford to if I sold all this up, but this way of life you know, and the sort of semi-freedoms, not that we get a lot now, especially if this bill gets pushed through, attacking everyone who's sort of living off grid. You know, but yeah, I like this sort of lifestyle. It's a lot freer, it's a lot easier. But then I never cross it out because you never know what's going to happen. Fate might happen. I might find somebody and settle down who's maybe got a house, you know. Never know. So nothing's off in the cards. But yeah, at the moment, I'm looking at sort of off-grid sort of things. Might even do another video eventually and do one if anyone's interested in maybe like a little syndicate maybe. I know another van life couple, they ain't got enough money, but like maybe if we all chipped in like £5 a piece or something like that, bought a plot of land and did like it's just make a base. So with this COVID, what's gone on, it's opened a lot of people's eyes, and you need a second base to go and crash out at, you know. So yeah, we're just thinking maybe on something on them lines. So yeah, right, we'll do inside now on, you know, what I would change if I built again and what I'm just upgrading to. All right, back in a minute. Right then, here we are inside Billy. Right, where shall we start first? Things I would never fit again. Yeah, so I'll spin you around. So first one is these lovely glass sinks. You know, yeah, they're brilliant. I've got the Dometic one, exactly the same as the Smevs. Glass tops, scratched to hell. They're terrible. Even the cooker, it's starting to scratch a bit now. So if I built another truck, I would not have one of these in. My plan with this to upgrade is to have some sort of wooden chopping board made to sit in there. And get rid of that glass fully. I've had enough. You just constantly wipe it, clean it. It just looks mucky all the time. It's a bit hard to see from here. Don't know if you can see all the scratches everywhere. So yeah, they look pretty when they're first put in, but pretty useless. You can't really use the top for working on, so it's a lost working space. So what else have we got? So yeah, the paintwork, I've got to do some painting. So there's another thing, obviously with cold transfers, I've been on some other videos like this metal frame around here. Gonna recover all that. I think if you watch back on one of my other videos, like they was done around the window already, and I've done the bedroom. So yeah, that's an upgrade I've got to do. I've got to finish that door off. What else have we got? Upgrade I've got to do under the cupboard there, because that whole cupboard is just a junk cupboard. As you can probably see, pots, pans and everything. Wants another shelf put in there, and then obviously you can put bits up on top, so that's got to get done. What else have we got? Yeah, so has anyone got a maxi fan and you fitted one of these? Have I got the clips still? Here we go. Right, so these clips, I mean, these are 55 quid, I think, you know, for these. This is the one without the light on it. You can have it plain or one with lights in. How many others are smashing these clips? Mine keep busting. And the company keeps saying, well, we've sold hundreds and you're the only person. It sits up there like that. And it just clips onto them two. I don't know if it's maybe this is too springy or what. I haven't got a clue, but I'm going to model. They're sending me some new ones out and I'm going to modify them and strengthen them. But both of them are broken. I've glued that one before. So that's another thing to modify and repair. But yeah, I mean, these maxi fans, they are really, really good. But are they worth the 300 quid? Well, it's 350 with this on. I don't believe so. You know, I think they are a bit overpriced for what they are, really. But I mean, you know, that's about it. Right. Also, another modification I need to upgrade is round the actual plastic bit what sits on the roof. Needs a rubber seal just putting on. Quite a lot of draft comes through that. And same with the back. And I was talking to some other Overlander guys with the DAFs, and they've put like a rubber seal on. Just a little thin rubber, just so when it just sits on it. Just stops the wind. So yeah, that's another little upgrade I need to do. Right, another item which I want to upgrade is my, I don't know if you can see it in here, internet. I've got I forgot what model it is. It's an expensive internet box. Got modem in the big aerial on the roof. Now, I have no idea with technology like that. I've been given a few tips of some decent setups, you know, sort of 200 to 300 quid. I think mine was about 200 for the whole setup. But like I've found out, most of this equipment after sort of 2 to 3 years, it's obsolete really, and there's better stuff out there. So definitely, like in this spot I'm in now, I'm having to use that Wi-Fi. I get an extra bar or so. But it's not amazing. So yeah, that's definitely an upgrade I need to get done. Now then, on to if I build again. Now, these seats, I love these seats. And there was, you know, it's like a suede in the middle. But I think if I was building again, it'd be all leather. It's just easy to keep clean. Because of that, with muddy footprints, yeah, and what else? All your hairs, yeah, so hence why we have covers on. But yeah, that's something I would do. If I was building again, I would have all leather, so it's just lovely white clean. They are really comfy, they are, them seats. Another thing, toilets. Now, if I was building again, these are brilliant, don't get me wrong. You've got the, you know, I've got this electric flush one, it's the Thetford. It's brilliant, it's the cassette one. But for full time, I would go compost. I did see one, when I was building this truck, I was looking at the, what was it called, Nature's Head. It's 1,000 quid. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. But, and I was looking at them hoping it was going to drop in price, but they didn't. I think if you're going full time, I think something like a compost toilet is the way. It just makes easier sense. I'm lucky with that because obviously at work I can, you know, go to the toilet, drop it in. I don't, you know, what I've done is I've got 2 cassettes, so I've got a spare one. I bought an extra one off eBay. You get like a refurbished kit for that. It's 100 quid. But I had the same on my narrowboat, so if you ever caught short and it's full in the middle of the night, you can't empty it, you can just swap it over and do it another day. So yeah, I mean, you know, that would have been an upgrade and gone for a bigger set. Well, I've already done that, but I think if I was going to rebuild again, you can get cheaper, you know, compost toilets now. They're doing some quite good ones. What else we got on my list? Lithium batteries. Now, if I was going to build again, I would go lithium. I've got some bloody big, you know, lead acid batteries, you know, the big and powerful ones, but like everything, our British weather's crap, and with the amount of solar I've got on the roof, it's still crap. I mean, it does all right. I mean, I've never run out yet, but I think lithium is the way forward. I wish I'd budgeted. It was just silly money. But obviously I can upgrade that one day. I did look at them. For some reason in my head, I used to think there was like 3 years warranty on them, like a normal battery, but they were just better. And it was like, no, most of them have got like 10 years. So when you work out the maths, if you're having to replace normal batteries every sort of, that would be 3 sets. So it would work out pretty much similar to lithium. So I'm hoping the price is going to drop on them in the future, and I sort of win the lottery because they're still so expensive. But yeah, I think, and what else? The only last other thing. Now, I love this oven. It's the same as what I had in my last truck. Obviously, I had the older style. It was the old caravan style. When I did build this truck, I did say I wanted a full one originally, but they got that one. It's brilliant, and I can cook a full Sunday roast in there. I've got 3 grills on the top. Now, the only problem is it's a grill and an oven. I wanted like a full slimline one that goes to the floor, pots and pans in the bottom, and you've got 2 ovens. So you've got like, one is a grill oven and one's a bit normal oven. I had that on my boat. Much better. I do like that. I mean, I love cooking. Not that you can tell, but I love to cook. And it just sometimes I want to be browning something and not in the oven. So, and you can't run them both at the same time. So that's my only thing. But I mean, that's fine. That'll outlive me. If that ever does pack up and damages, which they don't normally, I'll replace it with a full one. But it probably outlasts me, that. So yeah, I think that's about it really. I'm looking at my list now. Sink glass, yeah, to put that. Metalwork, pot shelf, maxi fan, yeah. So really, I mean, it's a year on now, living in Millie, and it just feels good. It just feels so, I don't know what it is. It's hard to explain. It's just, you come in, I've got my own little favourite spot, a layout. Even the dog has. But yeah, it feels home. I think it's the space, because this is what I was going to do another vlog as well on van life and lorry life. I suppose I could always mix it in with this one and just make one long one. But yeah, we'll add it to the end. I'll put it on at the end. I'll do a wind up. So we've just got one more place to look, and we're going to go in the cab for a few more little extras to show you. So back in a minute. Right, let's do some inside cab upgrades ideas I've got. Right, I've just been beach combing. Look at these pieces. These are from my sister. If you go on to Instagram, Quirky Cottages, she builds all these with like little sceneries with houses and lights and you name it. You can even custom build them. She's got a whole bag full of stuff for her. She does all driftwoods. She's just started to set up her little Etsy shop as well. But yeah, she's on Facebook and Instagram as Quirky Campers. Not Quirky Campers, Quirky Cottages. So yeah, any money she's making from any of these is going towards a new van. So that's her project, because she needs a bigger van. So, cab ideas. Right. Upgrades. I need 3 new seats. I don't know if I do though. I might just even get these recovered. They're so comfy. Even though they're only short backed, as you can see, they are really comfy. I suffer from bad backs and I don't get one. So I'm 50-50 on that. I really am. I might just go and get seat covers from you. Obviously, all this has got to be sprayed black. I did leave it green originally. I was going to do it, and I thought, well, it'll be a throwback to the army from what it was, because that's like the most original bit really. But yeah, it's just grown a bit tired looking. Might just clean it all up and give it a spray of black. Get it all done. Might do an extension on here, so it's more boxed on the top. I can stand stuff on the top and put a radio in, because there is nowhere to put a radio in here at all. At the moment I use Bluetooth from, you know, with a speaker. So I need a new speedo. The speedo works. Common fault on DAFs, well, probably a lot of old vehicles. The mileometer has packed up. So obviously it just happened just after the MOT. So you can buy digital ones. So yeah, on eBay they do like a digital one. You can set it to the original mileage what you had. So that'll be a bonus for keeping, you know, to keep the history of the mileage on this, because with it being so low mileage. So yeah, you just replace the whole lot. It's about 40 odd quid for a complete unit, and just redo it. So it's new speedo and a mileometer, and that's about it. Just make sure security. That's about all really. Sorry about that. I mean, I'm not going to go too much into security because I don't want any little fees, but yeah, it has got awesome top of the range tracking device fitted. None of these stupid little eBay bloody phone things at a couple of quid. It just wasn't worth it. So yeah, I've got a very expensive one with full tracker and everything on that. So it's basically you'll never get it. It's basically well and truly insider. But yeah, so apart from that, I could do like I mean, I've got like steering wheel locks and bits and bobs, and I've got the side locks on the doors. But yeah, I could do like an alarm, just so you got a sound. I've got the doors alarmed on the outside. Oh, I'm not a bit zoomed in. Yeah, outside of Millie, you know, all that's alarmed. I've got these alarmed, which are really good. These kits, it's full remote control. I don't know, I've got my keys on me. Yeah, it's got like a couple of sensors, really good. So see, it's gone off because the catch is there. You can just see it, and you can have different settings. So you can have it as a door charm. So literally, I can shut the door, and it'll automatically, as soon as anyone opens that door, like going into a shop, it'll play that tune. But again, if you're asleep in bed at night and someone does happen to get in, obviously I've got security lock there as well, and as you can see, I've got extra locks on the inside as well. But if somebody does manage to get in and open that door, I mean, I have forgotten to lock it one night, then obviously you know, that's so loud, it soon goes off. But yeah, I mean, because of remote control, I have them on the garage door and on the gas door as well. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I can't really think of any sort of other upgrades. I've sort of gone round the outside, you know, it's just make it a little bit more homely. But yeah, like I was saying, some of the ones, I mean, one of the things, if you was ever building one, glass windows, I think it's a must. You know, I mean, what is it? Can't think of the name now. Oh god, it'll come to me in a minute when I've finished filming. Can't bloody think of them. Big massive motorhome company, you know, the Overlander company, Motorcraft. See, this is where you don't edit it. You'll hear me going stuttering and muttering. You know, this is why I sort of do it all in one take. It's more straight from the heartland. But yeah, Motorcraft, they do them, and that's where it set me off, and it's like, oh, I really like them. I think there was triple glaze or something, but they are expensive. But you know, I mean, I can fit new ones into them. Looking, you know, and I know there's other companies around the world doing them. So it's something, it might be on the upgrade list. Like I say, it depends if I keep this truck. You know, I built it, you know, as a bit of an investment, but you know, it's also built that if I didn't get on, and you know, and we don't know what van life is going to be with this new criminal act, this bill going through. It's going to be scary stuff coming for van lifers, I reckon. A lot of people are washing it off, going, no, it's not, it's this, it's that, it's not, they're not coming after us, you know. They are. I'm sorry, but the police can twist it. Just because you're not a traveller and you ain't got an Irish accent, you get an arsehole copper, and there's lots of them out there, come knocking on your door in the middle of the night, he will use that crime thing to get rid of you. You can guarantee it. We've seen it. I've had the threats when this lockdown happened. The power trip with all this lockdown things, I was getting off for, you know, threatened with £1,000 fines on the spot if I don't move. They had no right to give me £1,000 fine. You know, your first offence, if you don't do as they say, is like, if you pay it fast, I think it works out like 20 quid or 30 quid. It's 60 quid or something, drops down to 40 maybe. But, you know, they just come in and but this is what I'm saying, there is lots of coppers like that who will come in, you know, all full of aggression and threats. So you know they're going to use these new bill if it gets passed. Majority of it is. I mean, you know, we all understand about the travellers sort of situation and the mess, but, you know, what people don't forget is it was their way of life. You know, they used to use common land, which was the land of the people, and that's what they used to live on and travel. But the councils and the governments have stolen all that land. So where have they got to go? You know, there's a bit two sides to it. I mean, I class myself as a traveller now, you know, just because I'm in a fancy lorry, makes me no different. I don't see any difference. You know, I am all right. I don't have the Irish accent. I'm not going out tarmacking, you know, not. But you know, this van life thing, we are all together. We are one big family. It doesn't, you know, from the travellers to the circus to, you know, we live differently to the rest of the world. We live in trucks. We live on the road. We live in car parks. We live on lay-bys. You know, not every traveller is mucky and messy and dump everything, you know. But then in the van life community, I have witnessed it, you know, especially this area where I am now. Well, I can spin you around now, and I know van lifers have been here. They've had bonfires and stuff here. Now if you look here, there used to be wood all the way along here like that, and over there it's all gone. This is all new. This is only sort of about a year old, but you know, yes, someone's been down here, bonfires and everything. And I know it'll be van lifers. So, sorry about that, I'm ranting a bit now. But, yeah, you know, I do feel, you know, we are all one. You know, you can't just brush yourself aside because we, you know, oh no, I'm not a traveller or stuff. We're all the same. We just, you know, we live different to the rest of the world. There's the bricks and mortars, and there's, you know, us who's travel. And it doesn't bother me one bit. You know, everyone's different. Like, I know there's a lot of mess here, so I'll be going around with a bin bag and clean up. You know, we try and encourage it. But van lifers, I mean, in every group of people in van life, will have always seen somebody chucking waste and rubbish, and, you know, think it's right. You know, we've seen a lot of it. So, like we say, there's good and bad in everything. Van life, travellers, you name it. So, but yeah, that's gone on a bit different. don't know where all that comes from. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Can't think. I'm just looking around the truck to see if there's anything else. No. I think I was on about going to add a bit on about van life. I don't know if there's going to be enough time. We'll see if this gets added or not. But yeah, I mean, obviously I've had a van before. I was living in a van for 18 months. Jumbo Transit. Absolutely loved it. And it was really basic. You know, what was the bonuses of it, really? I still struggled to park it. Because it was a jumbo, it was big. Funny enough, the wheelbase on this isn't far off what my jumbo was. So, I mean, like, I went into an Aldi car park yesterday. and I got parked fine in a parking bay. This will fit in a parking bay. Okay, if there's 2 cars parked either side, I won't be able to open my doors or I'd have to walk on their bonnets, but it will fit in the lines. And obviously at the back, spin your ear, say that was Aldi's car park, there was like shrubbery and stuff there, you know, so it reversed over all that, plenty of room, and I sat perfect in the lines. So I'm parked. We've already driving a big jumbo. I don't find any problems. Speed wise, yeah, this is sort of 50-mile-an-hour truck, but you know, and fuel, I mean, I was doing about 22, 25 if I'm lucky in the transit, because obviously you're fully loaded, probably overweight, I would say. I used to get a little bit more, but to be honest, I mean, this does 15 to the gallon because she's lightweight, and you know, she's fine. All I do is just to save money is if I'm going to go on a trip, I'll make sure I do it. I used to just stay one night at one place. Now I'll stay 2. This place I'm at now, I might stay here 3 and then go back to work. I'm on emergency call, so it's not too bad from here. So yeah, so as for that and the vans, I mean, you know, having all the fancy bits in the truck, I've got showers, I've got everything which I didn't have in the truck, it makes a big difference. But I mean, I would still go back to a van, if you know, if it needed to, if I had to. But no, I mean, I know there's a lot of people, you know, do message me, they've got vans, want to go to these. These are good, you know, but at the end of the day, they are big boys' toys. You know, I don't know, she just puts a smile on my face when I look at her. I mean, look at that little face. And I think it's something because she's a classic, you know, she's an old truck. It's just everyone who comes into the car park, you know, they just have to come near her. It's like when I was up in the Peak District, coppers pulled up at the side here, and there was in a 4x4, and I thought, here we go. And I was looking out the window and I was thinking, well, they haven't knocked on my door yet. And so I sort of leant out and looked a little bit, and they were stood here taking it in turns having selfies in the middle. So I mean, that's the only thing I do find with her. Sorry, switched it off then. That's the only thing I do find with her. People seem to like her. If I was in my van, parked up here, and you know, there's obviously quite a few dog walkers come down here, you get looked at, and it's like, you know, that look down look, other travellers, other this, you know, blah blah blah. Always felt that in the van. I don't know if anyone else does. I think more if you're into like your posh motorhomes, I think they get a different view. It's the self-build sort of trucks, tend to people look at you a little bit funny. Or the new age travellers are setting up. Again, this is what we're saying about, you know, the traveller sort of side. You are all one, but no, she's a lot more acceptable. You know, she really is. Everyone seems to like her. I mean, my whole town now knows who I am and where Millie. I have people just driving past where she's parked at work and just stopping. I wish I had a camera to video. I might do that one day. I need to get something like a GoPro and just set it up on a slow lapse thing, and just show people how many cars pull up, because it's normally on the side of that road now, because I can't get to the other spot. And literally, I'm on the main road. Well, it's the main industrial estate, and people pull up outside, and the cars below it, and they literally jump across the other side of the road and take a photograph of their car next to Millie. It's funny. 4 people I caught last week, and I was just cooking, and I was thinking, what are they doing? I thought, are they coming to knock on the door? And no, they're just taking photographs. It's so funny. Quite a lot of Land Rover people around our way, so they often pull up. And like I had a guy, one of my subscribers, he's looking at getting one. He's a Land Rover. He was actually living in his Freelander. He's from Wales. We had a really good chat, because talking about land as well, because he's thinking of buying land. Yeah, and he travelled up and come and looked, because he's really tempted. But yeah, everyone who comes and looks at Millie, you know, they do. The space inside's brilliant. You just feel comfortable. It's the width, I think. The way I describe Millie inside, it's like a static caravan. So you go from a normal caravan, which will be like a normal van, then you go into a static caravan, say on a holiday, and the width of it, you know, and it feels like a little house, really. So yeah, she's a good 8 foot wide inside, so you get a lot of room. 2 people can walk past. So, but yeah, that's what, like we were saying, for vans, you know, van life and lorry life. It's just, you know, a preference. I know a lot of people now are going for lorries. It's that extra space and that extra width. I mean, running costs. I know you've seen a few videos of Millie breaking down and stuff, but to be honest, the only expensive one was that gearbox problem, which could have gone on any truck. The first one was just fuel lines, which are common on these, and I thought they'd already been done, and they hadn't. Simple thing, or else they would have been done. I only had a little air leak, which was a quick fix, 10-minute fix. It's only been, I've only uploaded photographs before of her when she's on the pits and stuff, but that was only having all the oils changed, full service. She wasn't broken down. I mean, literally the only 2 breakdowns where I've had to be recovered was the gearbox and the fuel lines. But the fuel lines were only to get me to a friend's house, who quickly sort of got me running again. I learnt how to get it running and got it and limped it all the way home. So, but yeah, she's great. Just got to go back in for the paint shop just before the next what do you call it, the Overlander show. So she's having a touch up on some warranty work still, as you all guys know, so that she should be looking a bit tidier then. So right, I'll leave that there because I think this is going to be a long video. Might be having to cut it and do a 2-parter or something. But yeah, I love her. She's great. I don't know what the future holds, really don't. Let's just hope this bill doesn't come through and we all do get attacked, you know, because simply where I am now, because it does stay private land, I'm on private land. It's, you know, I know that if it's more than 2 a year, but I know up at Mantor, where one of my famous places, you know, not famous, but a famous van life spot, I mean, you sometimes you get 20 plus up there. Now, would that be classed as an encampment? You know, just because you know, you've got to prove you don't know anyone there. That's what they're going to turn around and say, aren't they? They'll just say, well, no, you're all camped together. It's classed as an encampment. So is this what's going to happen? So I hope not. But I think we know there's going to be a few. There's going to be a few trying to push it. So, right, guys. Hopefully we come out of lockdown soon and we can get some travelling. I am trying to save up now for a drone. I'm looking into getting all the mugs and stickers and everything redone, and I might do like a ski, you know, sell them to try and raise money, because I've been looking at them, the Mini 2, the DJI Mini 2, but yeah, this, you know, the 549 quid. Then you need an insurance on top as well, the DJI fresh insurance, you know, and stuff like that, and the memory card, and you're like 700 quid. You know, but I think it'll help this channel. I think you guys would love to get, you know, like now, get a drone shot up in this sky and a little bit better. I know everyone's lovely. I mean, I apply to nearly everyone who puts the post down. I don't get any trolls. Everyone loves the videos. Which is really heartwarming because I just babble crap. But hopefully, you know, like I say, I'm happy to talk to anyone. You know, email me, go into the main bio, email and everything's there. It's just the offgridnomad@yahoo.com. Happy to chat to anyone about any trucks, any help, any ideas they need, any tips, anything really. If I can help, I will. You know, we all sort of get together and do it. It'd be great. I can't wait to start getting some meetups together with us all. We'll show these van lifers up. We all rock up in our lorries. So, right guys, take care and we'll see you soon. Cheers now, bye.